Fire for fire. Good afternoon, good internationals. I am Tumelo Mokete from South Africa, Rustenburg City in the Northwest Province. I would like to say this straight forward. People like to say my mom had a child while she was at school. That's a huge lie. My mother became pregnant in Matric, but she had a baby the following year, not at school. And my mother, when she was pregnant, she was 20 years old. She was not a teenager. When she had a firstborn child, she was 21 years. It was the year she was turning 21 years. So people should stop lying, saying my mom had a child at school. She became pregnant while she was in Matric. She was even chased away from the school for about 3 months. I think it was 3 months, as she kept on saying 3 months. During the 3 months, that's where her father, Evangelist Commissioner Abinar Mamponi, took steps to go to Muefi High School, talking to the principal. And the principal told my grandfather to say, "We hear you, you don't owe anything at school, everything according to the book record is okay. But the SGB have spoken. The leadership of that SGB of Muefi High School, it was the man called Muchin. So my grandfather decided to go to the Department of Education in that section. And they said to my grandfather, they hear him, what he's saying, but is the child owing anything? And my grandfather said, no, everything is accordingly. I paid everything. So they say, bring one of the SGB member to come and testify what you are saying. And indeed, my grandfather went back to the school to ask for Muchin. Then they went back to the Department of Education. And Department of Education asked Muchin, is this man's record okay as a parent, the evangelist? They say yes. And the Department of Education declared with immediate effect that my mom should go back to school. When my mom went back to school, she was surprised to see that about 10 students, they were filling the room of the school. 10 of the students, and mostly they are teenagers, as my mom was not a teenager. They were pregnant, but they were not chased away from Wefi High School. I'm talking about the incident of 1985. And the man who impregnated my mother denied the baby. Somewhere, he even advised my mom to abort the child, and my mom refused, saying she's not a killer. That man said, hey, your age, they are aborting children. My mom refused. And somewhere, for this man to know my mother, there are allegations of two rents were involved. He was giving my mom's younger brothers and her niece two rents to call for my mom. The same man who denied is pregnant, the pregnancy. And until today, the same man, he saw his own child via backdoor in the early 2000s. And until today, he never gave damages of the baby. I don't know how did the king of Wapiri village in Holfontein did not punish this man. I don't know why. And I don't know why the Mwefi High School was so cruel that they chased away my mother. So it's time for payment. It's time for people to pay for what they have done. So that next time they should know Be fair. Because imagine my mom, she's the only one who was chased away from the school. Yet other ones, they were not chased away. And they've been silenced ever since. So Kid Mulefan, he must know. He never paid damages. Whether he will come with the excuse of saying, hey, it's the elders' things. But when you impregnated my mother, you didn't ask a permission of elders. And my mother, you must know, she's a servant of the Lord. And you touch my mother. You touch me. You touch the army of angels. You touch the government of the Almighty. You disrespected my grandparents, Evangelist Commissioner Abinar Mampone and Evangelist Hess Betha Master Mampone. It's time for the Almighty God of Nature One to do his things in this month of breaking barriers. Fire for fire.